Hi people, this is Amirtha from Unacademy. Today again we'll be looking at 10 words like gracious, erroneous, deranged. I really hope you're enjoying the ride with me. I surely am. I also request you to rate, review, recommend and share this course. That way it will motivate me as an educator and I would want to make more courses on Unacademy. Let's start with today's lesson. Vocabulary from the Hindu, 3rd March 2018, presented by me, Amirtha. Let's start with the first word, which is deranged. The meaning of the word deranged is insane. The Hindi translation of this could be pagal. When do you call someone a pagal? When he is not really fitting into the norms, when he is doing something which is not normally accepted, which is not normally done. So an insane or a deranged person is a crazed or a maniacal person who isn't really in sense. Now maniacal is again a word which is higher in the sense that it is not generally a deranged person. It's a much higher word. When you call someone a maniac, you're calling them obsessed, mad obsessively. Now you must have heard of these terms on social media networks like pizza maniac, this maniac, that maniac. Now they're not literally maniacs. Maniac is some obsession and madness over something, and frenzy again is going nuts about something. So what does a deranged person do? Someone who is deranged behaves in an uncontrolled and a wild manner, so he cannot really be controlled and be brought to sanity. So that is about it. Certain conversational words could be nuts, wacko, loco. So these are certain slang words which you can replace when you're conversing with someone. Instead of calling someone a maniac or a deranged person, if you are in an informal setup, you may use the word wacko, loco or nuts. The antonyms for deranged could be calm or sane. Let's look at the sentences. Being stranded at a night on a lonely road would derange anyone. So if someone is stranded on a lonely road, they can go mad because of the effects it has produced on them. The struggle between life and death has deranged many people. So the existential dilemma has deranged many people. Let's move on to the next word, which is demur. The meaning of the word demur is to refuse, to raise objections, to disagree to something. It's a verb. The synonyms for this word could be object, dissent, protest, and the antonyms could be to accept, to agree, to consent. If you're consenting to something, then you're not demurring, but if you are objecting to something, then you may say that I demur to whatever you're saying. That is how this word is used. Or when you're writing something and you're narrating something, you can say she demurred to his suggestions. The conversational words for this could be to not to go along, and sentences. Feel free to demur to my suggestions if you have any qualms. She agreed to his request without demur. Now let's move on to the next word, which is carping. Carping means to complain. The synonyms for this could be critical, fault-finding, rejective. If you look at this picture, the landlord, the lady is, she's carping. She's complaining about the untidy manner the maid has maintained. She says this is left. So you can see the carping expression on her face. She's not even satisfied with the clean floor, but she's more obsessed with this part. Not obsessed, but she's more critical. She's more fault finding. Right. The antonyms for this word could be accepting, uncritical. Had she been happy about this floor, this particular area, then she could have been uncritical or accepting. So what does a carping person do? He or she always complains and finds fault in other people or things. Conversational words for this could be nagging, fussy or picky. Let me read out the sentence. A peevish and carping old woman who is not a favorite at the nursing home. So she's always complaining about everything, about food, ye acha nahi hai, wo acha nahi hai, that sort of thing. She's very nagging and she's finding little faults everywhere. I do not appreciate people carping about my appearance, so you don't have to tell me how I look. I am comfortable the way I am. You don't have to find faults in me. You don't have to be carping about me. Let's move on. Erroneous. So the meaning of this word is incorrect. Certain synonyms could be inaccurate, delusive, misleading, distortive, something which is wrong basically. The antonyms could be impeccable, flawless, established. So something which is very correct, something which is flawless, something which from which we cannot cull out a mistake. So conversational words for this could be errorless, without any sort of error, without any sort of galti. Let's look at the sentences. A news article about the new virus that was filled with much erroneous information. So that particular article had plethora of errors. It is erroneous idea on your part that he will return home at last. A simple one. Let's move on to the next word. Juncture. The meaning of the word juncture is a critical point, a critical moment. So people usually say that 12th class is a juncture in your academic life. So it's a critical point. You have to study hard to decide what you have to do. It's the deciding point. You can do anything after this point. So it's a juncture. If you look at this, from till here a single road is there, but from here two roads are diverging. So this is a critical point. It's a juncture. Synonyms for this word could be conditions and circumstances. Antonyms could be blessings, advantage. I really have to warn you that these are near synonyms and near antonyms. Those really aren't proper replacements for those words. These are the only close synonyms which I could find. Condition again is it's a word which explains that you are in a condition, in an important condition, in a significant condition, in a critical condition, so on and so forth. Let's look at the sentence. At this juncture of life, you must be wary of strangers. Let's move on. Gracious. The meaning of the word gracious is to be kind, like God is kind, so I have posted a picture of the God. Synonyms for this word could be generous, amicable, who is very giving, who is kind to everyone, sweet to everyone, giving and not really expecting something in return. Antonyms could be ungenial, ungracious, unhelpful, unkind, etc. A simple sentence: God is gracious. He gives to everyone, doesn't expect anything in back, just expects us to be good. That is the Christian notion. That's also the Hindu. In fact, it's the notion of all religion. Let's move on. Humdrum. My favorite word personally. The meaning of the word humdrum is to be dull. So synonyms for this could be monotonous, boring. If you go to school every single day and you're doing nothing but just attending the same sort of lectures, it becomes a humdrum. It becomes monotonous. Consider this. You have the same timetable daily. What distinguishes your Monday from your Tuesday? It's both the same. So that way school life would become humdrum. It would become boring. So the antonyms for this word is bright, exciting. Now let's look at the sentence example. After strenuous years of service, he is not able to adapt himself to humdrum life of retirement. I hope this is clear. Let's move on. Relish. Relish means, it's a very easy word. It means to cherish. Let's read out the picture first. Enjoyment or satisfaction, something that adds a pleasing flavor, to enjoy greatly. The synonyms for this word is admire, to enjoy. The antonyms could be dislike or hate. So the sentence: I relished the coffee with Ria amid the drizzle. So enjoy something fully. If you are coming back to the area where you attended college and you're just sitting there and having something from the canteen where you used to have chai, so you're relishing that chai with a bit of nostalgia. So that is relishing, cherishing, enjoying in a great manner. Allay. Allay basically means to make quiet or to make calm. If someone is really upset, you're giving your words and soothing their misery. So you're allaying. Synonyms for this word could be comfort, soothe, and the antonyms could be intensify, worsen, or to provoke. Let's look at the sentence. She tried hard to allay my fear. So this particular person has a fear and we're trying to say there's nothing to worry about. For example, I'm failing in an examination and I'm counting and I'm getting border marks, or I'm rather failing. So this person comes and tells me that this answer is right. This question has 2 answers. You will definitely score 5 more marks here. So she's allaying my fear. I hope it is clear. Let's look at this picture now. Alleviate is to make better. Allay is to lessen, also to make better. So you can use it in both senses. Talk to me, let's allay your fears. Let's move on. Grouse. Grouse means to complain. We've learnt another word which means complaints, that is carping. So the synonyms for this could be gripe or grouch. Antonyms could be compliment, praise, etc. I have no grouse against anyone for misfortunes of my life. It's a simple word. Let's move on to the last section, which is the homework session. So it's homework time, guys. Your homework is to make sentences with the word demeanor. The word demeanor means outer appearance, the way a person appears, the way a person wears his personality, wears his clothes, and the way he represents himself. So you have to make sentences with the word demeanor and post it on the comment section. And top 3 sentences will receive special mentions in the next session. If you find all these lessons together, don't worry about it. As soon as I get the best comments, I will mention it in one of my lessons. Don't worry about those things. Just comment and let me see what you've learned out of this lesson. Feedback is most welcome. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.